Hi guys, welcome back. This is the Time2Win Invitational. 16 people are gathered here to play Hearthstone. And the next match will be between Xixo and Gaara, two Germans. That will be battle against each other in the life and death match. Because it's single elimination, last hero standing, best of 5, one ban. And we already have the lineups. With me, Powder here. How are you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. I've already won my game today, so I've done my job. I'm just here to help out, just because Subtle, his computer burned or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Burned to a crisp, and now we have to cast instead of him. But I hope you enjoyed this time, and we'll talk about lineups, right? Because that's our job here. Yes. Gaara is picking Warrior, Druid, Paladin, and Shaman. Woohoo! There's Shaman. And Xixo, Hunter, Warlock, Warrior, Paladin. The bans. Gaara bans Paladin, Xixo bans Warrior. So we might see the Shaman in action.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Gaara doing really well with the Shaman at Seed Story. So I expected him to bring it again, and it looked kind of weird at Seed Story. So it's always fun to see some strange decks, some different decks at least.
Definitely, and especially after the new cards being released, there might be some, new things emerging, even though they might not be polished.
I'm on the Murloc Shaman train. That's gonna be my thing, Murloc Shaman.
Well, it was a thing last time, like last expansion, and nothing happened.
Yeah, but now that you have Mr. Finley, Mr. Finley is gonna change everything.
And the 1 mana legendary, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
The one that changes the hero power, the 3 mana guy.
That's 1 mana.
He's 1 mana?
He's 1 mana, 1/3 minion.
Okay, then it's even better. Okay, it's gonna be broken. I'm telling you.
Well, it's great in Shaman, because your useless hero power will have now some meaning.
I mean,
you'd rather have a hunter
we'll
hero power, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you could just be a hunter. Or a warlock.
Or, warlock is good. Hunter is good, Druid is not bad, and Mage is not bad either. So yeah, a lot of options. But anyway, we'll digress. Let's jump into the game.
Shaman.
Because it's already playing.
Shaman against Reno Warlock. This is gonna be fun.
You sure that's Reno Warlock?
Yeah. This is Surrender's list. Who, I don't know if he joined Navi or whatever. He was playing in Navi at Seed Story, so maybe.
Was he? Really?
Yeah, he was playing in the Navi jacket.
Okay, maybe that was some sort of a joke because everyone was, drunk. But
yeah. But this is for sure Reno Warlock with Flame Juggler and Implosion. So if they haven't changed anything, it basically runs 26 one-ups with double Earthen Ring and double Molten Giant.
Okay, double Molten Giant, you sure of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's basically like a staple in Reno Jackson Warlocks, I think, double Molten Giant. Just because you want to go low, you want to play your Moltens and then play Reno. And we saw the Reno being drawn there, so I wasn't wrong. Good.
Okay. Do you think it's good to already have it in hand? Because you can, if your deck is built to instantly heal, right? You can change your whole game plan if you have it already in hand.
I mean, I think there's some scenarios where I would almost keep it in my hand, just so that I know I have it, so I know I can play I can follow my game plan. Just so I know I can get the 25 heal I want.
Yeah, that's true. But for Gaara, for now, he has no idea what's happening, right? And I guess he might try to be super aggressive, and that will bite him back unless he will see some unusual cards that will tell him, okay, this might be Reno, right?
Well, he will see the Implosion, and that kind of says that it's not Handlock, and he tapped twice, so it's not Zoo. So this kind of says, okay, it's most likely Reno. It could be some combo lock that Naria was playing, but in my mind, again, I would instantly think, okay, this is Reno Warlock. Just play around the Reno Jackson and you'll be fine, basically. Like, it's so hard to play around Reno Jackson Warlock just because you could put like any set of cards in the deck. You have no idea exactly what cards your opponent's running just because he runs 26 different ones.
Yeah, well, at the same time, usually how people are, from what I've seen, how people are building the decks, the Reno Jackson decks, is basically you take the core of the deck that you were already using, like an example handlock, right? And you change the cards for the same mana cost that are doing something really similar.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So an example, just an example, I'm not saying that this happens right now, but if you have 2 Palette Shredders, but you really want to have something for 4 mana, just use Yeti, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. Because you don't want to have something similar for the same amount of mana doing the similar job.
Yeah, like in Reno Jackson Warlock, instead of having 2 Twilight Tricks, you put in a Shredder.
Yes, or an example, instead of Hellfire, you put in, let's say, Demon Wrath. Exactly. Okay, so now Gaara has to know what's cooking, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he knows.
Fire Elemental? Nah. What about Lightning Storm? It puts him in overload, and that's...
You can Flame Tongue Totem Lightning Storm, but Fire Alley is better, I think.
Okay.
And just not attack.
Mm-hmm,
Okay, I like that. So there we see the second Molten. He needs an Earthen Ring. If he hasn't changed something, he still needs an Earthen Ring for Reno. But it could be that they cut 1 Earthen Ring, like I did. It's so awkward. So many of these turns are always awkward.
Well, you have double Molten Giants right now, and that's the only double copy in the deck, right?
Earthen Ring, I think. That's what they had before. They had 2 Earthen Rings.
Okay. Well, you have so much card draw, we don't necessarily think about not getting the second copy at some point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
In this situation, Gaara has to start doing things, and by start doing things, he needs to be pressuring his opponent, and it seems like he's always in an awkward spot, right? Because in this situation, he has to play Hex on the Emperor, kill the Belcher with the weapon, and trade with the Fire Elemental, right? But he's not putting a lot of pressure on board, and a single target can be just easily answered. And after Emperor's turn, you might be sure that there will be a follow-up, right? So it will be always on the back foot from now on.
I mean, he's gonna Lightning Storm.
Okay, so I didn't anticipate that at all.
That means he's gonna weapon down the Emperor.
Yes, he will.
So he wants to save the Hex.
What for he's saving the Hex? What is it? The Giants? Sure. The Dr. Boom?
I guess. I'm not sure actually why he would do this. I think I would have hexed. It seemed better. It's the same outcome, but it's like what's more worth, the hex or the lightning storm? Like the five health to your hero doesn't matter at all. It's just which card you value most. So in his mind, the hex is more worth. I mean, I can see it being okay, but don't know if I would have done it myself. But here is actually the problem you have with Reno Jackson Warlock.
What do you mean?
You have 10 cards in your hand, but you have no good play.
Yeah, that's a problem of consistency, right?
Yeah, like there's so many one-ups that are just like tech cards, especially with the surrenders list. Like there's so many tech cards, like you have to use Demon Red and Hellfire against a Shaman. That's so sad.
Usually you want to use that when he's already building up board, right?
Yeah. It's like now he has no more AoE. He has one Shadow Flame left. That would have been better if he had that last string.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But at least he got himself a little bit lower to his Molten Giant range. But I think he still needs to find those Earthen Rings.
So he taps here, 3, 6, 9 cards, right? He can tap and then follow it up with a Molten Giant.
That might be better.
Is it?
I think so. It ensures you don't die this turn, and it allows you to basically just wait that you can play both Molten Giants at the same time.
Okay, because next turn you can tap and have both Moltens for 6 mana with a 1 mana Sun Fury.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's way better. Okay.
This is also pretty interesting. You really want to get out the Paladin Shredder here, just so you get your get the buff off. But you don't want to make it a 7/5, so you don't want to Argus. But then you need to Argus the Lothar. It's so awkward. And you can't Flame Tongue Totem and play Fire Elemental, because that also plays into BGH.
Well, let's think. What about Pile to Shredder and Defender Argus, and you just ignore the low tip? Because you know there will be only one Shadow Flame. So there's a small chance of being punished for ignoring the low tip. And just deal 5 damage to the thing.
He's just gonna go on turn.
No, he's right. Okay.
This is the problem though. Like now it's a 7/6. Now you just get Big Game Huntered. Feels bad.
Well, he can't fit everything. Listen, he can't go double Molten Giants and Taunt and play the Big Game Hunter. So if he plays Big Game Hunter, he has to follow. Then he has to play Twilight Drake first. So Twilight Drake, Big Game Hunter, and see what's happening. Hopefully
then you can't play a Molten at all.
Do you want to play Molten at all if you have Twilight Drake, Pelter Shredder, Big Game Hunter?
I guess maybe. Okay, if you tap, you definitely want to play Moltens. Or not.
So he goes for the Sun Fury Protector right now? Okay. So he's kind of scared. He's kind of scared because
seems really weird to me.
Well, probably because he doesn't have the Farseer in hand, right? So he can't use Reno Jackson. His fail-safe is just, well, failing him right now.
Yeah. Because, like, you only have 2 Taunters in the deck as well. Like, if you...
Defender of Argus and
like,
Sun
2
Fury,
Taunt
right?
Givers, yeah, 1 of each.
And instead of Sun Fury Protector, people are starting to use ghouls.
Yeah, I've seen some ghouls. Some ghouls, definitely. But here, like, you just wasted your Sun Fury when you have 2 Moltens in your hand and you can play both next turn. Like, that tells you, that, like you said, like, he doesn't have the Reno. Like, the Reno's not on board, like, just yet. You Fire Elemental here, right?
Thinking about it. Well, it seems like a perfect target, so why not?
You killed a guy that you can't kill.
Wait, what? Why would you? Wasn't that then there an option to kill?
There was an option to kill one of the bigger guys and play Flame Tongue Totem, so that your guy could trade more efficiently. But then you couldn't play your Totem Golem.
Yes, and I think to have that Flame Tongue Totem in hand is more important because you want to catch your opponent off guard with it.
Yeah. Especially when you don't have your other win rates. Okay, that Flame says that he's playing exactly Surrender's list.
I hate the Flame in this deck, to be
honest.
honest.
Yeah, it's not very good. I've taken it out. Like, after I played it, it's not that good. It does allow him to play double Molten here, though.
But...
Ooh, so he does think he has Renos is online. Okay, so it's changed that he only has 1 Earthen, I guess.
Okay, in this situation, this is a perfect move.
Yep.
Because I was sure that he still has the Farseer, as you mentioned. So in this situation, the Flame was perfect, right?
Yep.
Because otherwise, he wouldn't be able to play all those cards, and he would have to tap instead of Imp Gang Boss, which is maybe not that bad.
Yep. In this scenario, like, the only good thing for Gaara here is that he has double Hex.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Gaara was the first player in competitive gaming that was witnessing the power of Reno Jackson by Super JJ, right?
Yeah.
And now he's the second tournament, and he's seeing that again.
Yeah. These hexes look really good, but then whenever there's so many more threats in the deck. Reno Jackson just healed for 20, saved his life, basically just won him the game. It's pretty strong.
Well, you have to do it. No other mechs for now to have any value for the club, but at the same time, now Xixo can tap every single turn till he gets every single card from his deck. And he has the Defender of Argos right now too. How that changes things. He can play Sylvanas, he can taunt it up. But Pulse Shredder seems to be more powerful, especially if you play it with Siphon, so I guess. Can kill both minions.
Peddler's pretty good.
Yeah, Peddler will be really good, that's for sure.
Yeah, taunts the Shredder. I like that. Totem Golem.
Ah, that's so bad. How can you deal with those minions now?
No, the Warlock hero power at this point is just too strong. Like, he just refills his hand while the Shaman just gets one card every turn and just doesn't really find, like, any answers. He's already played 2 hexes, like... it's looking really poor. There's an Earthen Ring.
Well, this situation, I don't think you have to be worried about anything. Soulfire seems okay.
Soulfire seems good.
Yeah. Wow, that is so crazy. A single Reno Jackson just seals up the deal, right?
Yeah, it's looking pretty poor for Xixo,
and then one card just turned the whole
bam,
game.
Wham! Thank you, ma'am. Heal 20.
It was actually, yeah, exactly 20, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Perfect with double molten. Just a 10, and there's a back.
That was
So
a really
sick.
crazy game by Xixo. And Gaara will now have to falter back to his other 2 classes that are available, and that is, let's see, Warrior was banned, so he's left with Druid and Paladin.
Both are actually decent against Reno. If it's mid-range Paladin, it's better than Secret Paladin. Secret Paladin is kind of awkward. But if you have like the qualities and stuff, mid-range Paladin does fine.
Okay, what about mid-range Druid? Because it
I
feels
think
like
Druid would be better.
the combo changes a lot, right? Because you will have to use the Reno when you're already in range of the combo, I guess. And you don't have so much taunt givers, so you can't really rely on them. So, seems like a good option.
The thing you need to do against Reno is just, like, you need the board. And Druid is really good at building the board. Like, Reno Jackson Warlock doesn't really have the best AoE clears, and it doesn't really have the best minions either.
Okay.
Like, you can just build your side until a point where, like, he either has to heal now or he dies, but I'm still gonna have minions when he plays like a bad Reno Jackson turn.
Okay, I see. Well,
it's really hard to play against a deck like Reno Jackson. Just it's so hard to predict what your opponent has. Like when you're playing a normal hand, like he has Giant on turn 4, Belcher on turn 5, maybe a turn 6 play, and then Doctor Boom, and then just like it's gonna come one big minion every turn.
Yeah.
Reno Jackson has, he plays Dark Peddler on 5 with something, or he plays like a Shredder. Like, it's just weird to play against.
Yeah, that's true. By the way, I just checked the Sir Finlay Murgelgidon, right? And it's for 1 mana. 1 mana, 1 free Murloc. Battlecry, discover a new basic hero power.
OP.
But it's being released on...
It's like the 3rd or 4th week, I think.
3rd week, so it's around December the 3rd. Because we'll have the next one opening on Thursday, which is 19th of December. And then, 3rd of December would have been the week, not the week after that, but the next week.
Yeah.
Because there'll be like a break for the end of November.
Okay, there's a break?
Yep.
Okay.
For Halloween, I guess? I don't know. I mean, now we'll be jumping into the game shortly. Cut the small talk. But we are still not sure which class will pick Gaara for this game. We are sure, of course, what will Xixo use, because this time we're not playing Conquest, and we're playing Last Hero Standing. The second tournament this year that is not using Conquest format. The first one was Seed Story Cup. I don't know. I'm sure that not everyone was watching that. So it was quite a blast to see Last Hero Standing making a comeback. And I'm looking forward especially to the events that are being played during the release of League of Explorers, like every single week. So yeah. And all players are starting, so we'll be jumping into the game pretty shortly.
What did Gaara choose? He chose Druid.
Yeah.
Alright.
As anticipated, right?
I think that was a good... Oh, but it's aggro Druid.
And this is kind of worse, if there will be a Reno Jackson.
I would think that it must have been better to go with the... What was his other class again? Paladin.
Paladin, yeah.
But that's also going to be... Like, Gaara played like a super aggressive Paladin at Seed Story. So I would expect that to be pretty aggressive too. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Aggro Druid can definitely win this matchup, but Zombie Chow is good against Aggro Druid.
Oh, it's definitely insane.
Off the top.
Wow, what a huge Darnassus Aspirant. Oh, no. That looked like the Mukla's companion, you know?
Yeah, from the tutorial.
Yeah. Do you want to play the Flame Imp against an Aggro Druid? Well, you can always silence the Darnassus Aspirant.
No, oh, you're joking. Huh?
Yeah, of course.
I was just like, wait, that doesn't work.
I have seen some people actually using Keeper of the Grove on my Darnassus Aspirant, like in the beginning, like, you know, the first day of the release of Darnassus Aspirant. I was like, what the hell?
I was actually practicing Shaman before Seed Story, seeing if it was okay. I Earth-shocked a Darnassus Aspirant.
But
it was not a good day.
Well, you know, stuff
out,
happens. Demon Wrath? Hellfire? Nope.
Silence. Flaming.
And it seems like the Twilight Drake will have to get down next turn. That's not looking good.
It's gonna be like a 4/5. It's not.
Ooh,
That's
this
swipe. Oh my god.
This is 4/6 damage going to the face right now. Because I think you should play the shed to the face. This is not looking good for Xixo. Definitely not looking good. I mean, it all depends if he has any kind of doubles in his deck. Because if he draws the...
no, he had double Molten. We saw double Molten.
Oh yeah, right, double Molten. Okay, never mind.
That's the only doubles he has, like, because he didn't draw any other doubles and he could play Reno, so...
Well, you know, he could have had it in his hand and still have the second copy in his deck.
That's true.
But it seems like the game is over. Almost over.
Yeah, it seems almost over. CS7, he's 2 off, but he can... Okay, it's
never
over.
mind. Well, that was the fastest 30 seconds of Gaara's life in Xixo. Well, I don't know, maybe it wasn't. But the game is over, and Gaara is taking the game on turn 6.
That didn't really go as I expected. Actually, that's how I've lost most of my games as Demon, as Reno Jackson Warlock. Like, you expect that it would be a lot better for you to play your your small minions to try to combat like the other person who's playing more aggressive. But like, if you just have like your big cards and then maybe some AoE, it does a lot better for you, actually.
Well, you know.
Well, sometimes you don't draw your AoE, it's just the way it is.
True. Well, Gaara solidifies the series 1-1 against Xixo, and this is like a recurring theme here today. Everyone is starting 1-1. Everyone. There's no exception to this.
Yeah.
So we have seen only one match going 3-2, and that was yours match against Stansifica. Every other match was ending in a 3-1.
My hour 30 long series.
Oh wait, RDU vs Ponyhof was 3-2 too.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, then never mind. Gaara now will have to stick to his aggro druid, and Xixo will have to choose from, let me check, Paladin is banned. So he has Hunter and Warrior. So I guess if he plays Contra Warrior, you go for that, because it's like the safest bet against aggro druid.
But then again, it's Xixo, so you could definitely be a patron. He's known as the patron player, right? he's always the guy that says Patron is still broken. Patron is still like it's much better than Control Warrior. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, well,
So
maybe he
Patron
changed
is
his
pretty
mind.
good against aggro druid too.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see how it goes. Players are preparing for the battle. And unfortunately, we won't see any more of Reno Jackson unless Xixo is bringing another deck.
Another Reno deck.
Another Reno deck.
I mean, Gaara could have a Reno deck.
Oh.
A Reno. What was his last deck? I keep forgetting. A Reno
That will help you.
Paladin. We've seen some Reno Paladins. Life Coach has been playing Reno Paladin on the stream.
Oh yeah, right. Well, he has a warrior still. So, yeah. No, wait.
No. Gaara's
Xixo
sword
banned
is-
warrior.
Yeah,
Never
so
mind,
it's
yeah.
Paladin.
So Xixo
He
goes
goes
to
Hunter.
Hunter. Okay, so he thinks that mid-range Hunter can battle, or aggro Hunter can battle the aggressive Druid.
I guess.
But the aggressive Druid is usually more explosive.
Yeah, with combo with Severshore and stuff.
Yes.
And then aggro druid still has Swipe, which is one of the best cards against like aggressive hunters.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
true.
don't know. If Xixo says that he thinks this is better, I guess it is in his mind.
Maybe he's playing some tech cards that we don't know.
But we see both players have really good hands. Like this hunter going first with Leper Gnome into 2 into 3. That's what you really want to have. As Gaara, do you throw anything away here? Is there anything better? That you
I don't think so. You have a perfect curve.
It's like maybe you throw away the Shade
Why?
because it's not very good against Hunter, and there are some things that you could be better.
What can be better?
Like the Living Roots is pretty good. Swipe, which you just top decked. I don't know, you have the coin, so you don't have to play a 3. You could just play double 4 instead. So, just in my mind, it could be a little bit better. But I don't play much aggro druid, so I don't know. You don't trade here, right? Here you go face.
Yes, of course. You have to deal the damage. So a Misha would be fine here. Oh, Leok.
Leok is the worst, I guess.
Yes, definitely
It's gonna get
because
super swiped.
exactly.
Because there's like, you could maybe trade, yeah. So he plays around the swipe here, which I do like.
Mm-hmm. But Gaara in this situation will just play his Palta Shredder, right? In this situation, or just play the Shade. But I guess Palta Shredder will be better because you can trade with the Leok next turn, at least in theory. Because we know there's a Glaive Zook and the Glaive Zook.
You don't go face there?
Well,
I
how
would have gone face.
the Hunter will deal with that 3-2 and you know with the stealth mode? There's no way.
Well played.
So,
That Misha was really important. Like, this just screwed up Gaara's turn. But he can still attack with the Piloted Shredder and kill off his Jungle Tiger.
but then he will have to sacrifice the 3-2.
Yeah, but he still has whatever spawns from the Tiger, from this Shredder left, so it wouldn't be too bad, I guess.
I don't mind this, you know, because
Yeah, this is fine too.
you have a lot of stuff being played on board. And the problem is the fact that your opponent has the best combo for 25.
Yeah. And you just played Swipe.
So now we have no answer to that. Unless you top deck one. Oop. But it's
Keeper
decent.
is okay.
You can kill the
You have double taunt as well.
Knife Juggler, but then the Savannah Hymen comes down. And that's not something you want to see on turn 6.
Oh yeah, he has 6 mana. I thought he has 5. Okay, so this game is pretty much over. It's just so hard when you're Gaara here and you see like the best 5 into the best 1 into the best 2 into the best 3 and 4 into the best 6 and 5. It's just so hard. Like even if you have a super good curve, which he like he had, like it's so hard to combat this. Whoa. And even a kill command off the top, so he doesn't have to attack with his high main.
Definitely true.
So he's gonna kill command, trade in a 1/1. I guess you play Zuka just because, I mean, obviously it's bad if it goes on the high main, but it doesn't. But does Aggro Warrior ever play Big Game Hunter anyways?
I don't believe so. Why would you play that clunky type of a card?
No, I guess not. I guess you just want more aggro cards.
Exactly.
And another fast game.
Xixo takes it, and now he has the lead. 2-1 against Gaara. And Gaara is left. What was his left class? Paladin, right?
Reno Jackson Paladin. Nah, probably not. Probably not.
Was it Paladin?
Probably, yeah, it's Paladin.
Yes, it's Paladin. Oh god. So yeah, we'll see that happening in a few seconds because that Gaara doesn't have anything else to play because that's his last deck left.
Yep.
And Xixo will try to win with Infamous Hunter, as always. So I will be jumping into the game in a few seconds, I guess, because there's nothing to lose for any of the players.
Yeah, I mean, Gaara knows exactly what he's going to play. There's only one deck left. There's not much to think about. But I'm expecting it to be something similar to what he played at Seed Story, which was a more aggressive one with the Secret Keepers, if I'm not mistaken.
But at the same time, people had the time to theorycraft with the new cards, right? Because for Seed Story Cup, everything was so rushed.
At Seed Story, I guess you could, if you had the time. I mean, Gaara got pretty far, though. So, I don't know, like, because we submitted deck lists, like, the day when we were traveling back, the end of that day. So you didn't have any time at home, basically sitting thinking, but you had the time there. So maybe. But it seems like a more...
like Divine Favor. Yeah. Okay, that tells specifically what type of deck it is.
Yeah, it's gonna be like at least 8 secrets with Secret Keeper. So I was right. He's good, man. But that's pretty good. Like, you want the 1 against Hunter. You have a pretty good team. Ooh, a Coghammer. Okay.
That's a really important card.
Yeah, it's really good in this matchup. But Xixo has double 2. It's also not bad. And he has, like, this is good for Xixo.
Too bad that he didn't draw any kind of secrets.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this Secret Keeper just dies now. My apologies. Oh, man. Xixo's playing with Gaara. And he has the turn 5 play, which might be the most important thing against...
To make a comeback, right?
Yep.
And now there's no easy way of using that Coghammer, because if you attack it at the Hunted Creeper, you don't gain anything. Well, you can attack it at the Hunted Creeper, use the Coghammer, kill the Mad Scientist.
Well, then it's better to do it the other way around, though. You take 1 less damage. Attack into the Mad Scientist.
Yeah, you're right, of course.
It does play into snakes, but I don't think anyone plays snakes. This also checks if it's Explosive Trap, which is pretty good.
That's a very good call, yes. Now we know what kind of trap it is or it's not.
Top deck. It's still kind of the same thing here. You can actually just play the Blessing of Kings if you Gaara next turn just to make a bigger taunt.
That's true.
But you're never going to be able to attack with it though. Or do you just play the Paladin Shredder now?
I think you can go for the Paladin Shredder, because you will have always some options to play the Blessing of Kings, even if it's turn 6 Hero Power and to Blessing of Kings.
If you play the Shredder here and then Hero Power the Leok, it kind of makes it so that Xixo has a good trade just because he trades both of his minions in, and then it makes it so that the Paladin Shredder will be freezing trapped. So it's kind of the same scenario again, just that you have 2 1/1s instead of better minions here. So I don't know, I think playing the Paladin Shredder is a lot better here. Like if you make a giant taunt and it gets silenced, you just look like an idiot.
That's true. But he goes for it. I mean, I don't blame him.
No, it's fine. But then if Xixo is a good hunter player, he would top the Gal. I guess he's not.
He would have already hit it in hand.
Already have it in hand, exactly.
Well, in this situation, there's no way of making this right this turn. Because what we can do is just sacrifice. Well,
You really want this to hit the okay, he missed.
yeah, exactly. So now it's awkward.
Yeah, he needs one of these to hit the
Divine Shield.
it's 50-50. Oh, he missed. Oh my god, everything going face.
So he can't kill it.
Yeah, it's pretty fortunate for Mr. Gaara. You attack here just to play around consecration.
And there's no consecration. Gaara is very unhappy with the outcome of the game right now. He has the one juggle.
I mean, it's not looking that bad. Like, he attacks into the knife juggler here, and then most likely 2 minions are gonna. Oh wait, he's on 5 mana. My bad.
Yeah, he can only one juggle. He can only get one juggle, which is of course not bad, unless it goes phase. Oh, oh, it even killed the 2-1. So yeah. That's
so the good juggle. Do you attack here?
Well, no, because then I don't think so.
I think you actually do. Otherwise, you're just going to be in the same scenario again, where you have a 2/2 shield mini bot that can't attack. Now you have a 6/1. I think you attack here for sure.
Okay.
I like that because now you've taken away the freezing trap with like the worst minion possible, which is going to get traded by a 1/1 anyways. So, but you're still in a pretty bad position here. It's looking better than it actually is, just because Gaara doesn't know that his high minion is going to come down next turn.
He's getting really low, 14 HP.
That's not what you want to see. You really need something to stabilize.
Even if you kill one of the dogs, that's 3 damage coming to your face.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be at 11. With the quick shot in hand
And Argent Horse Rider. Actually, I shouldn't have said that. I wanted to check if you have the name in your head already.
I actually remember it now. That's not it. Is there any way to stay alive here? Come on, Shredder. That's not what you want to see.
Add some Vitality Totem.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a taunt. That's not a what's it called? Noyatron. It's not as good as Orange.
And that's it.
Unfortunately.
Gaara conceded.
Yeah.
Gaara loses to Xixo 3-1. Those are some really quick matches.
Yeah.
We just started.
Almost getting us back on schedule.
Yeah, let me check. When was the first game?
No, I think we're like still 2 hours behind, but it's
30 minutes ago. We started 30 minutes ago with this match between those 2 players. So, I guess that's it.
So Xixo goes through to play against Modern Leper, my teammate.
Are you sure of that? I can't remember the bracket.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, anyway, congrats to Xixo. Oh no, it's in the bracket. Okay. So Xixo against Modern Leper. Yes, you're right. And we'll see 2 matches more today. And the 7th game today will be between Colento and Spo. So the previous caster. We're playing against Cloud9 Colento, and we didn't see him for a long time. But before we'll see him, actually, we're going for a 5 minutes break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You love playing games and got the ambition to prove your capability against others? Show everyone that you got it in you.